introduce to you our new product, which is called Seesmic Desktop. And it's I hope we manage your expectations well, because I'm really so happy you all made it today, and also 400 people here, and that's very encouraging for us, but that's also a lot of pressure. So don't expect too much. Like, decrease the level of expectation a little bit. It's not going to revolutionize the world, not yet, but we are very excited about it. But it's also, Seesmic Desktop is it's a preview. So we decided to ship it today, so that Team Seesmic and you give us feedback, and we keep building it. So we don't see this as a public launch at all, even though it's going to be available during the presentation to anyone who signs up to desktop.seesmic.com. And we really, that's how we build products. And just a little word about that. We have this initiative which we call Team Seesmic, where the idea is very simple. We thought like gathering the members and users who are willing to help us, and in return for their help, we really commit to give them first attention. So I've been answering myself individually hundreds of emails. Any email coming through our Team Seesmic, I answer myself, and get so much feedback out of it. And also we of course commit to sending the preview releases as soon as they are available. Sometimes it's like daily, so just be prepared if you're on that you could get a lot of emails. You can unsubscribe anytime. We don't sell emails. We don't do anything with that. So that's Team Seesmic, and maybe Thomas, you want to just say a word about what you plan to. So this is Thomas now, and he's our beloved community manager. And Thomas, you have some ideas about Team Seesmic as well, right?
Yeah, well, just in case you haven't read Loic's blog, just to let you know that he's a big fan of Seth Godin and his recent book, Tribes. As community advocate, I'm a big fan of community. And one of the things that we've began to observe about the way people are using twirls, it's not completely a personal thing. And it's not just connecting with individuals, but people are really connecting with their communities and being able to stay in touch with them. And we're pulling together this site. You'll see that it says teamseesmic.com is coming soon. As a place for people who are interested in communities and have started off with being a part of this Team Seesmic, to begin to explore what it is to engage in your community and to have the best tools and the best way to engage with them. And so that's a real exciting part for me to see where this is starting to go, and Loic has a lot to show on the tool that makes it easier.
If you read Seth Godin's book Tribes, I think like everybody has, like if you try to find a job, having a community helps. If you want to do anything, having a community helps, up to a brand like Dell who has a community around as well. So anyway, so we're going to do a lot around that. So here is Seesmic Desktop. If you have not done it yet, you will get the email in the next minutes. So this site has been live for like just a little bit, and as you can see, we call it Build Your Community. So this is just before going to Seesmic Desktop. A little bit of history with Twill, which got downloaded by 1.2, not by 1.2 million people, but downloaded 1.2 million times, which I don't know how it positions us, because we're the only ones transparent about the number of downloads, but it's probably one of the most downloaded Twitter clients. And it's one of the very early Twitter clients created by Marco Kaiser, who joined Seesmic about a year ago. He's in Germany. He would love to be here. He's probably watching there, Marco. And he's one of the key, of course, team member now of Seesmic. I tried really hard to have Marco move to San Francisco, but I failed so far. I'm working really hard on it. It has, since almost the beginning, it has multiple Twitter support. Twitter account support. That's what people like with it. It has support for several social software sites, and And it was the first, which we were really happy to say that, you know, this very popular TweetPic picture posting service. Actually, the way it worked is the founder of TweetPic and Marco talked, and Marco said, you need an API so that I can put you on the client, and TweetPic built the API. And that's what made, not Twill made TweetPic popular, but it really helped, right? And that was one of the first things we did. We did also the rollover buttons on the avatars with the 4 buttons. That was the first on Twill, I think, as well. Many innovations in this space. And so 1.2 million downloads is a lot of downloads. The latest version was downloaded by about 300,000 people. And that tells us like our active user base of Twill is probably like 200,000 and growing. And of course, gets a lot of our attention. So we worked really hard, as you can see. So that's Twill today. The services it supports are Twitter, obviously, several Twitter accounts, video comments with Seesmic. You can record and post videos. Friend feed, which I've put here, it also supports Identica. And so some communities really like using Twill with Identica because, so for example, Leo Laporte has the Tweet Army. And the Tweet Army uses Identica and Twill to follow the private updates of the community. And so we support that too. And we listen a lot to, of course, the feedback from our users. And one of the feedback we had before I moved to that is that, of course, we all want everything into one window, like put these all together. And that's easier to say than done. So we started working a while ago towards that. And so what I can announce is that Seesmic Desktop is an entire code rewrite. It doesn't have the same code base as the Twill. And it's really designed to do exactly that, which is support multiple services, put them all into one, and grow and be very flexible. Because Twill started as a Twitter-only client. We also launched recently, and then I'm going to move to the product itself, Seesmic for Facebook a few weeks ago at South by Southwest. And this is like a Twill limited to what we have in the Facebook API, which is right now, which is the updates, and you can share to your friends. That's pretty much it. It's very, very simple. Same, like the request of the demand of our users is to put everything together. So we worked on doing that. So all in one, here is the what we heard on hundreds of votes and product suggestions on feedback.twill.org and hundreds by email. So thank you very much for all your feedback. Most requested, all services in one application, all accounts in one column. So have them all showing at once. Multiple column support. So not only in one column, but several columns. And group my friends. So I want to be able to make lists of my friends. And we did all that. So we are very proud to introduce a new Seesmic Desktop preview right now. So I'm going to do step by step and then going to show the product. And Thomas, get ready to send it by email, if you will. So here is the one column with a home timeline. And as you can see, there is an innovation here which we are really proud of. Is you have now it tells you as what you have received the tweet. So this is received as Twill and Loic. This is received as Seesmic, and this is received as Twill, and so on. So if you can put like 10 Twitter accounts, it will tell you from which account it was received, all into one. And we show it. This tweet, for example, was received as Twill and as Loic. And it shows only once, no duplicates. So we manage that into the UI itself. We have a new left navigation bar, which we think is very useful. As you can see here, we have your home with all the different accounts in there. So C, received as Seesmic, received as Loic, received as Seesmic, and so on. The replies aggregated from all your accounts as well. Only one column for all your replies for like 6 Twitter accounts if you want. Same with private messages. Same with your sent messages. It knows from which account, and it knows from which account I'm going to show you in a second when you reply as well. The accounts are right there. You can add as many as you like. We QA'd it, but again, it's a preview. So like if you try to put 20 or 30 accounts, I don't know if we tested that, but I'm sure you will try it. I'm going to come back to user list and searches soon. I tried it with 5, it works very nicely. And it can be like pushing it a lot with us. No duplicates, as I was saying. If you have a few tweets which arrive in and replies, they won't show twice. You can post from different accounts. As you can see here, it goes fast, but there is a select bar here where you can say which account you're posting from. So very useful. I heard from Richard at Dell recently at South by. I met many brands, and Richard explained me that at Dell they use Twill, and they like it very much. And here it's very useful if you're, for example, if you're Dell, you have a Dell corporate account, you may have a Dell customer service account, you may have your personal account. Now you can have them all into one and choose to whom you're sharing. Now, if I show you this again, you will see that the actually it goes in a loop, I think. See, this one is received as Seesmic, this one is received as Loic. If I do an @ on there, if I click here, it will shift to the right account. You like that? So that I'm not confused, right? So if I do an @ here, it will reply as Seesmic. I can always change it. Be careful because you may end up posting with, so you have to be a little bit careful at the beginning. But we really help you on that. And when you get used to it, it's actually very cool, I think. So it changes automatically. I'm going to show you all that, of course, live. Multiple columns. So now you want to detach your replies. You click on this button, and hop, you have 2 columns now. You can add as many as you want. I've tested that on 2 30-inch screens. I call this the Bloomberg of social software, because you can have it like this. And it runs very nicely. Also, we've been extremely cautious about stability. So it doesn't crash much, let's say, because it will crash, I'm sure you will tell me. But it's running very stable on our tests. Because again, it's been designed for this since day one. So I'm sure Marco is watching me saying, you shouldn't say it doesn't crash. I'm sure it will crash. It's a preview, so help us fix it if it does. But let's say it doesn't crash a lot. So multiple columns, and you can have as many as you want. You can detach anything on the left bar, absolutely anything as a column. And you choose how it works. I'm going to show you the real product, actually, and then go back to my PowerPoint. Here we go. Oh, it's right there. Sorry about that. There you go. So that's a Seesmic preview. I hope on Ustream they can see okay. But here I'm going to add another account. So as you can see, I have my Loic account set up now, and we're going to go through the control panel if you like. But I'm going to add Seesmic to that. Now on Seesmic, I should probably put the password. As you can see, we have advanced classic. This was in Twill. It's feature complete compared to Twill. Now I have my Seesmic account, which is right there, and I'm going to start detaching. So replies, detach this one. Then I'm going to detach my. Okay, let's do. What should I do? My sent. There you go. Now I detach this. And I take it bigger. As you can see, you can always navigate with those 2. You can put 10 of them here and you will always navigate. You can also put it back into 1, it works nicely. As I'm showing it here, I want to show you that we know that we had, it was a bit difficult for us because we know that many Twill users actually like just 1 column, like a Skype or like an IM. And so we want it to work very well in this way of having only 1 column as well. So look at what I do now. I go and click on the accounts themselves. So I want to manage only my Loic account here. I'm going to see here the buttons at the bottom. They are the same as Twill right now. So you can just use this, and you don't use multi-column. So here we have all the replies, all the private, and you can search, and of course search a user. So you can still like manage only that account if you are interested to manage that account. Now back here to multi-column mode. Yeah, there is no red button on this Mac. It's crazy how I'm used to it. It's what? Here we go. Sorry about that. I'm already used too much to a new one. So here now we're going to swap the columns. So if I want my sent column to be on the right, I can swap them. Very easy actually. It didn't. Oh, it's again the same issue. Here we go. So you can swap the columns very easily, and as many as you want as well. Now let's move on to very flexible UI, and of course again it's a preview, so we'll improve it. Now a search. So if you add search to it, we can type. What should we type? San Francisco.
Seesmic,
Actually, I put. Well, okay, let's do Seesmic because I did a typo. So here, now you have Seesmic added right there. I'm going to remove this one. And I can move, obviously, the Seesmic column if I want to. And now this is the search, the live search, obviously, of all the Seesmic search. You can add as many as you want. So let's see, Paris. That's easier. Now I have Paris as well as a column, which is here. It's saved on the left. So same, if you go like in a small column mode here, like let's say 2 columns, and you have your replies, you want to access the Paris one, very easy with the left bar, you can see Paris immediately, and it comes back here. So very simple navigation. So that's search, pretty straightforward. And now we have, before I move to a user list, we have also worked on URL shorteners and image. So if you, as you can see, I can have my profile here. Here I can change to dig, for example, or I can change to IS. This is not preset, by the way, the order here. And you can change. We'll support many of them. So there are like 3 or 4 right now, and we will support much more. Still work in progress. Share an image. We have also worked on that quite a bit. So you can do 2 things, which I think are very cool. One is you can drag and drop an image, which you could not do before. So let's see. The pleasure of not being on your Mac. So yeah, no, I didn't want that. So if I save this. And we're almost done. Okay, so now I'm going to put the Google logo on the desktop and grab it. Sorry? Right, here we go. So here we go. Share an image. Now I grab the logo. I drop it here. I can straight send it. So we support TweetPic, and we will support more services. You can directly here upload it, and now it's already on TweetPic. So this is drag and drop. So if you go back now to, I just show you the result. If you go back here, you can see we uploaded the Google logo on TweetPic. Another interesting detail is you can also use your webcam. So now I'm going to use the webcam right there. Of course, there is not much light here, so you can't see very well, but I can capture the image right now. Actually, it's okay here, it's a projector. And now I select it, and I can upload it right now to TweetPic. And again, other services will be supported soon. And here we go, I'm just showing you this one too. That's it. Okay, so last but not least, we have Actually, the #1 request on Twill right now, if you go, is to have groups. So we don't call them groups, we call them user lists, because we think a definition of a group is different than lists. So a list is a collection of your friends, and for us. And a group is a place where you have to opt in. Like if I invite Howard Rangel with a great Seesmic shirt tonight, thank you, Howard, to my group, he should opt in and say yes. So we call them user lists, and we think it's probably the right term, at least for us. So let's create a list now. So I click here, and I'm going to do a very controversial list, which will be friends, and another one which will be entrepreneurs. Okay, now on every single column, every single person, I can click on this button here, add to user list, right there, and then choose which list, entrepreneurs. So here's one entrepreneur, and it's added. I'll add another one. So this person in entrepreneurs too, and this one in entrepreneurs as well.
Like, can people be members of both user lists?
Yes. Yes, and we'd love your feedback on that. So I've done entrepreneurs, you see the point. Now I want to manage those lists. So if I click on entrepreneurs, I can, so what we have here is the column will populate when people update. Otherwise it would be a lot resource intensive. We could do it, but it would be very resource intensive to go and search for all the tweets. So it will populate when you have new updates. So you can detach it, obviously. But now what I want to show you is how you can manage the members of that list. You have a users button right there. And here we have two people I have added. So I can remove them from the list and manage them. And we want to improve that, of course, as we listen to your feedback. But it's already a pretty good basis. Yeah, and I think that's it. So did I miss anything? So you can obviously detach the columns for user list. You can flip them. You can move them. You can delete them. That's it. Do you have any questions? I think you should send it probably. So if you are not in the list, add yourself to it. If you are, you will get the message in a few minutes as we take a few questions. I hope I was not too long. Do you have any questions? Yeah.
Oh, so I didn't catch there. Can you still have like a separate column for each account if you want?
Repeat the question.
Can you have a separate account for each?
Separate column.
Yes.
For each account.
Yes, you can. I can do that right now.
Will you repeat the question?
Yes, the question for the. How many do we have here?
575.
All right, nearly 600. Interesting. So here, if I go on Loic and I want to detach that, that's your question. I double click on it. Sorry, I don't double click. I just click on it, and then I move to detach. You see here, and now I have a new column which is just for my Loic at Twitter account. I'm going to remove this one. And if I want to detach my my Seesmic account, I can do exactly the same. I detach it here, and I have it as a separate column. You can also have actually a column with a single user. Let's say you want to read Stowe. You can also do here, if you click on one user, you will get all the tweets from this user. And you can leave it on this way right now. And we're going to also save it, because like one user is a user list of one, so you can also do that this way. Are these my private messages? Any other question? Yeah?
How is it on system resources?
Good question. We worked, I can open the activity monitor right there. We've been working really hard on
Will you
this.
repeat the question?
Yes, sorry, the question, thank you. The question is, how is it system resource-wise? It's not light if you start to add 10 Twitter accounts and 5 searches. Did you send the client? So we're sending the client right now to all of us in Team Seesmic. So if you are not in Team Seesmic, add yourself and you'll get it instantly, as the welcome email will be the client. So yeah, so we have we have worked really hard on it, and our tests are pretty good. And now, of course, if you push it, it doesn't break for me at least, but it can be. It's like a browser, right? Can you imagine all the information coming in? This thing. So, and we're also working with Adobe. I don't know if they are here. They should come and test a pizza too. With Adobe Air to optimize the memory. But we're pretty happy about the way. Twill has always had a history of managing memory and system resources quite well. Now, of course, there are a few challenges, but as you can see, it's very stable. Yes, Doug?
What about all the styling? I mean, this column's gray, that one's blue. I mean, is that under control? How do you make
yes.
Can you drop out avatars if you're screen constrained?
So this is, again, it's a preview. And we're looking at, for your feedback to how to improve it. And we've color-coded the tweets. As you can see, a reply shows in one color, a direct messages shows in another color, and just a tweet shows differently. So it's all color-coded to help you. It works pretty well, I think, but we're happy to get your feedback. You had another comment?
Well, like, people typically, I have a problem where sometimes I have a 30-inch monitor, and sometimes I'm just on my 30.
Yes.
And I really want to be able to say, go to 13-inch mode.
Yep.
And have the avatars go away in smaller fonts and all that.
Here is the first suggestion. So we'll do a button, which we'll call the story button, where you will move to one column or extend to 30-inch. I have it on 30-inch. It's really nice. Because here we're in 1,000 or something. The definition is pretty low. So a button to go back into one column. Sure.
Well, it wasn't just one column. It's minimizing space in general. I might want multiple columns, but I don't want avatars.
Yes, absolutely.
Text format.
Yeah, or
you
some
can get 4 columns instead of 3 if you get rid of the avatars.
Exactly. Or icons instead of words in the navigator bar.
It's a very good point. It's a very good one.
Are you still going to offer themes?
Themes? Right now there is only one theme because again it's a preview. But I know at least 10 people in each category who like dark, others who like clear, light, and so we opted for this one. But we will have a few themes available. And then actually even a community created themes for Twill, so we're looking at feedback and possibly having friends create themes for that. Yes?
What are the services that are supported besides Twitter?
So that's a good question. That was actually my last slide. Right now it's only Twitter, multiple accounts. And this is again a preview. And so we will, but it's all designed to support multiple services from the code that we created. And some people are starting to get the client. So the next one we will add, the 2 next ones we'll add are obviously video comments, which we have in Twill, which had for a while. But we think it will be a great experience to have them into one again, like not having to do separate places. So add a URL, share an image, and you will have add a video here. And but the approach we're taking is not to be exclusive, as you can see. Actually, on the share an image, there is a drop down already. So that's the first one, and then the other one is Facebook, a small one, which we are obviously working on right now, as we already have a Seesmic for Facebook application, which was very limited. But we want it very well integrated, like right there and in the same column. So not just stick it right there. We want better. So people are talking about the memory. Memory is a big issue. We're really cautious about it. Very. Yes. Wow.
So just to clarify, this is still running Adobe on Adobe Air?
Yes, it's Mac. So the question is, we should take one from Ustream. Right here. Yeah. Let's take one from Ustream after. And so the question was, is it still running on Adobe Air? Yes, we're very happy about it. It's Mac, PC, and more. And we're working closely with the Adobe Air team. So we're happy about the platform. So you need Adobe Air if you don't have it.
Is this going to replace Twirl?
Is this going to replace Twill? So that's also something I had. So good, it's coming from questions. But in terms of branding, we had a few remarks from Twill. We love Twill. we love the client, we love Marco, we love all the users, but nobody can pronounce it. Very tough to pronounce, very tough to spell. People don't know where is the H, right, or the W, and really, like, it's like, actually, if you go on Twitter search for it, you'll see people are like, where is it, how is it spelled? Also, we don't have the .com domain name, we have .org, so it's like a lot of reasons, and frankly, as a 15 people company, which we are doing a few different things right now, because there is more coming, obviously, one brand is already something big too. So we're going to leave Twill as is, especially as this Seesmic Desktop doesn't still do all the multiple services support that Twill does, but it does much more on Twitter, and we're going to invest on Seesmic Desktop. So we are going to invest on this client, but we will Twill will still be available. There is an interesting community of people who use it just for friend feed, others just for tweet. For Identica, I'm sorry. So yeah. Yes?
Is the desktop indicating that we can expect that on mobile platforms? Or is it also in the hands?
We're working on mobile platforms. Nothing to announce. Nothing to announce yet. Is Frida here? No? Kathleen? Is Frida here? No? Alright. So, that was our special guest. I don't know where's Frida. Sorry, so yes, we're working on mobile. Any other question from your stream? Yes, go ahead.
I was just going to say, now, the
Did you
preview,
send? Right? Cool.
the preview version is just Twitter right now? No Seesmic, or Seesmic?
It's just Twitter right now.
Okay.
Just Twitter, but we think a very exciting support of Twitter. But yeah, obviously we want to add video to that. And we have done it on 12. It's just, like, it's always this question which we can open as a debate if you want is, I don't want to be just like telling things, but it's like, when do you launch a product? We could have waited another month or two before launching this and have it like service complete and more services, more features, and we decided with the team that we should push it now. And we're very excited about what it does with Twitter already. And hopefully the members of Team Seesmic, so we started that a few months ago and we're 7,000, are, I think, happy to help us. And so that's the way we do it. We do it in an open way. So actually you can go to feedback.seesmic.com right now. We create a new feedback form just for Seesmic Desktop. And if you email us, we will answer every single email and listen to all your feedback. And just build what's most popular. We can also get into a debate whether users should, companies should listen only to their users or not, but I'm not sure I want to do that right now. But we're listening a lot to the users and to our partners. Yeah, via Seesmic Desktop, here we go. So it's starting via Seesmic Desktop, I love that. So these are the very first tweets that are being sent via Seesmic Desktop. Other question? Yes?
Can we just resize the columns?
No. You mean the columns themselves?
Yeah.
No, not yet. Marco,
Okay.
can we? I don't think so.
What do you think about it?
No, you have them the way they are right now. It's a good point. Yes?
Is there a limit on the number of columns that you can have?
Is there a limit on the number of columns that you can have? That's a good one. I think, can you get Marco in the chat room? I don't think so, but yeah, actually there is. There was a limitation on Twill already. That's fine. I don't know. Let me be straight. But you can try it. Tell me how many you can add. That's a good one. Like the first one who tells us the limit tells me, because the tech team knows this answer to this question. Just so that I can apologize for not being able to answer this one. Just to tell you, we got the last build that you were sending right now 2 hours ago. No limit. Here we go. Thank you. So it went to Germany and came back. We have no limit on the number of columns. Wow. So here's a challenge. Show us how many columns you can stick in it, but get some memory maybe to the computer. Yeah. Other question? Maybe we should give us some. Is there one
Yeah, they want to know how you feel about TweetDeck and all that stuff.
Yeah, so so the question is how I feel about TweetDeck, and you can, if you go to Loic.tv, you'll find a few of my videos. I have like 2,000 or 3,000 on Seesmic and a few 100, 800 on YouTube, and you'll find the one I did last week where I posted how I deal with competition for 15 years. I'm in business, and my policy is never to criticize them, comment. And respect them, and I think it's a very small space that we're growing together, and they're very successful. It's a very good client, and we're very happy to be in the same space. I created the internet chapter of the French chapter of the Internet Bureau in '96 in France, and we gathered all the competition, all the agencies together, and we grew the market by doing that, and teaching the brands what it was, the first banners, and so on. So I would actually love to work with the other clients, and we talk with some of them. I guess that's any other question?
Thank you for using this. Thank you so much for using
Yeah,
this.
give us some feedback maybe before we break and have a drink together. What do you think? Can you introduce yourself?
Very cool. Oh, I'm Adolfo.
You like it, Adolfo?
I love it. Yeah, it's good.
Excellent.
I'm happy
Any other comment? Do you like it? Do you like it? Yeah.
Yeah. The way the team is matrixed, the columns and the sidebar, I think, is just brilliant, and the